Paolo Barbieri.
Paolo. Hi everyone. So I am here with, I always say your name wrong, Paolo
Barbieri.
Paolo Barbieri. He says it with his Italian accent and it's so amazing.
It's not that difficult.
It's great. So you know what? I love you and I love Erin too.
Thank you.
Ever since I met you guys have been so sweet to me. Like I come to the Valley, I come to the taste room, hang out, and you guys are always just like the sweetest, and I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
Both of you and Erin. And we are here in Los Olivos, and beautiful. I love what you've done to the tasting room.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. And I just wanted to introduce you to the world, to my world, because you're a Master Somm.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know what that means. Like, studying for the Master Somm exam is like studying to be a doctor.
Yes,
right?
It's a long journey. When you start, it's a long journey to finish, if you ever finish.
If you ever finish, there's only like, what, 117 in the entire world?
No, I think today, I think the last time I checked, there are about 263 right now.
263?
All around the world. There is American Master chapter. I think it's about 160, and then there is the rest from other parts of the world, and altogether I think 263.
260?
Yeah.
Wow, so you're like a member of a very small and elite club. So, but how do you taste? Like, I love tasting with you, but then I'm also intimidated because like, I love wine. Like, I love the lifestyle, I love the juice, and I just love experiencing it and like having different wines that taste like different. It could be the same grape varietal, but it could taste totally different depending on who made it, where it comes from, and all that good stuff.
Well, I mean, you know, when you do the Master Sommelier program, is something that most people that are in the business want to do. It's not something that I would recommend for for general public. I think you need to work in restaurants. I think you need to work with wine daily, so you get exposed to a lot of different type of wines. You know what I'm saying? So if you are public, you just go and drink for fun. If you want to do something a little bit more important, you can start drinking with friends and do like a tasting groups and stuff like that. But for us, it's totally different. This is to be at the Master Sommelier level, you have to be a professional. I think
it's no joke.
It definitely helps to work in high-end restaurant with lots of wine, so you're exposed daily with the greatest wine of the world.
And so that's how you got started. So you're a Master Somm, you're working in Vegas, your career is on fire. And then you give all of that up to move to Los Olivos, which is beautiful.
Well, you know, after you do 30 plus years in the restaurant, then there is
How
time.
How could you do 30 plus years and you only look like you're 30?
I started a long time ago, trust me. I drank a lot of wines. No, but it was just a time of life take you to the journey, and then you've done your things and you say, hey, I want to do something else now. And I done 30 plus years in the restaurant. I knew this area well. I was already making 1 year for 10 years, and Erin and I made the decision to just quit our jobs and concentrate 100% on the wine. So we came, looked at the place for a couple of years, tried to get a tasting room here, which is not easy because this is a small town, and
there's a lot of politics and red tape.
Right, and only that, but there is only so many space that you can get. So it took us quite a while until we found this place here in Los Olivos in 2014, and we quit our job and we moved here in July of 2014. We opened tasting room in August of 2014.
2014, and so the tasting room is called Barbieri. Barbieri. And you guys pour two brands here. You pour Kemp Wines, which is made by Erin. Erin is your lovely partner. She's amazing. And then she makes those wines.
So we decide, this what happened is at the beginning we only had one brand, and then we decided to make different type of wines, and I didn't want to put those wines under my label because I was more of their own style wine, Grenache, Mourvedre, Syrah, and so we started making a little bit of Pinot Noir in 2010. We made a little bit of Cabernet Petit Syrah in 2013. Finally, we decided, hey, we should have another label. We put all your wine on this side. We need my wine on the other side. So we started that in 2015. We kind of went full force, and now we have 8 different wines that we make under Kempe, more towards the Bordeaux varietals. Although we make Pinot, here and there, but we concentrating more on Cabernet, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, blends like that. We have a Petit Syrah, couple of rosé, and a blend, and a white blend.
So I'm drinking the 2017. It's the rosé.
Rosé of Grenache, yes.
Rosé of Grenache.
Yes.
And I really love this color. Like, I pick my rosés based on the color. Like, I don't like, personally, it's not my style. I don't like rosés made from Syrah.
It's too deep.
It's too deep. It's
Yeah.
like drinking a fake red wine for me. I don't know. It's just something weird about it.
It's the way that the different Grenache brings the color on the skin. You know, Grenache tend to be lighter in color, so and you get a little bit different taste on the wine too. You know, Syrah brings way more fruits when you make rosé. It's different.
It's a bigger rosé.
It's
Some
a bigger
people
rosé.
like that style,
Yes.
but I really like my rosés when they're like light and flirty and
You
fun.
can, although you can control the color, you know, if you pick earlier and you press immediately, you can control the color somehow, you know, so you don't get it. If you have a lot of skin contact, obviously with the juice, you're gonna end up with a much deeper color,
deeper, richer color.
Yeah.
And then you guys also do an Italian varietal. So you're drinking the Vermentino.
So Vermentino, yes, this Vermentino comes from Brick Barn Vineyards in Bulton, and this is something that I wanted to make for me. Honestly, I wanted to drink a lot. I love to drink Vermentino in summer.
Does it remind you of home? Like
it reminds me
Italy?
of home. Absolutely,
Yes.
we drink a lot of this in Italy. You know, I mean, it's mostly grown in Tuscany, but it's grown in other parts of Italy. It kind of gets different names in other region, but it's all Vermentino. Nice crisp, a lot of lemon peels, a lot of green apples in the wine, very refreshing for summer. So I make like 125, 150 cases a year, not that much, and I probably drink 10% of the production.
Is it popular in the tasting room? Like, what's the
It's
most
very
popular
popular.
one in the
It's
tasting
very
room?
popular. Well, it's my only wine that I make right now, so it's very popular, especially when you have this, these hot summer
yeah.
wines. It's the kind of one that you want to go home to.
Yeah, and so then something that I have not yet done, but I'm definitely looking at it every single time. I'm like, why am I not there? Is the wine dinners that you guys do.
Wine dinners, we try to do one dinner every month, although some time of the year we skip. Like, for example, October is harvest, I'm busy. We have our wine club party coming up, so we don't do one in October or November because there is also Thanksgiving. We're gonna do one in December, and then normally we do about 8, 9 a year. In my tasting room, I only do 20 people. That's it, 10 couples.
Why these wine dinners though? Like, why are they important?
I think it's fun. I think when you come and sit down on my tasting room and have dinner, is almost like you eating in your own house. It's very homey. We have a chef coming, Augusto Caudillo from the former Scrap Kitchen in Lompoc. He's been doing with us for the last 3 years, and his sister Anna. They come, they know what to do. We set up the kitchen right here in the patio.
This patio?
We set up the kitchen right here outside. We take everything out, and then inside we have a table inside. We plate everything. Erin and I serve the food. My son is here helping me, and we only do 10 couples. That's all we do. I don't want to do more people because it gets, when you have too many people, you lose all the effects.
Right, and then like I love intimate wine dinners like that. It's because people are drinking, they're eating good food, they're having good conversation.
They have great conversation. They start a little quiet, and then 10 minutes into dinner, everybody's talking to each other. It's funny.
So it's fun to just like watch it unfold, right?
Yes, and normally on this dinner, what we do, we serve lots of our wine, of course, but then on the main dish, main course, whatever the main dish would be, we do a vertical or one of my wine. So we pour normally three vintages. Could be 5 or 6 or 7 of Colson Canyon. Could be any vintage the wine that have enough aging on it. So it's not a new wine, but a wine that has at least 6-7 years of aging. And we do it together with the main course, so we kind of can see how the different vintage affects the wine flavor.
Right.
It's kind of cool, and then plus on top of that we pour other wines, rosé, whites. We pour another 2 or 3 reds. We have a dessert. We put reds with dessert as well. So we do all kinds of different things. It's very, very fun.
I know. I keep saying that I'm going to come to one of these dinners.
Come.
I gotta find a date for it first. You said couples, like I don't want to come and be like the only. You can be
the girlfriend. You can be a girlfriend too. I got people that come. You know, I had 2 men come together. I had 2 women come together.
Were they 2 single men or were they coming as a couple?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
I was about to say, in that case, I'm definitely coming. But yes, I'm definitely going to make it before I go back to South Africa. I'm definitely going to make it to a wine dinner. So I guess it'll be the December one then. December
and January, I'm pretty sure that we're going to do it. December, January, and February, we're going to do it.
Okay.
March, I'm not sure.
Nice. Oh my gosh, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
My pleasure. Anytime,
you guys are always so amazing. Like ever since you moved into the valley, I've been so excited.
Awesome.
I'm
glad to help you out.
Mwah. Oh.
Did it come good?
Yay!
You're welcome.
And then plus on top of that we pour other wines, you know, rosé, whites, we pour another 2 or 3 reds, you know. We have a dessert, we pour reds with dessert as well. So we do all kinds of different things. It's very, very fun.
I know. I keep saying that I'm going to come to one of these
you should
dinners.
come.
I gotta find a date for it first. You said couples, like I don't want to come and be like the only.
You can be the girlfriend. You can be a girlfriend too. I got people that come. You know, I had 2 men come together. I had 2 women come together.
Were they 2 single men or were they coming as a couple?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Oh. I was about to say, in that case, I'm definitely coming. But yes, I'm definitely going to make it before I go back to South Africa. I'm definitely going to make it to a wine dinner. So I guess it'll be the December one then.
December and January, I'm pretty sure that we're going to do it. December, January, and February, we're going to do it.
Okay.
March, I'm not sure.
Nice. Oh my gosh, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
My pleasure. Anytime,
you guys are always so amazing. Like ever since you moved into the valley, I've been so excited.
Awesome.
I'm
glad to help you out.
Mwah. Oh. That's great. And we're good.
Did it come good?
Yes. Yay! Thank you. Hi everyone, it's Twani Price here with Winery Wine Tasting, and I am tasting in Los Olivos at one of my favorite tasting rooms, Barbieri, and I am here with Paolo
Barbieri, yeah, from Barbieri Wine Company.
And Kemp Wines, and I'm super excited to get started. And we're good.
Good?
Yeah, I think I said everything almost right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Inga.
I really appreciate it.
Good to meet you guys.
But you know what? That would be a cool idea though. When we do it, if I did a tasting, and you had like a glass from each one, so we're like, oh, we're gonna visit Los Olivos, we're gonna visit Solvang or Santa Ynez. And every time you poured a different glass, you pulled out the wine in the glass. That'd be tight, right? Alright, so thanks you guys for joining me here at Kaena. We've been practicing saying this, right? And so we met. You weren't here with us, but last night we met the owner of Kaena, and he was fine. I mean, he was my type. I don't know. Was he anybody else's type?
The long
hair. He was big. It was all you. It was all me. No. So anyway, he was super sweet. And he invited us by to taste his wine. He's actually at the cellar making wine, and so I wanted to show you guys his wine. I'm super proud of who he is because he actually made Grenache for, well, he didn't make it for, but his Grenache that he made was featured in the White House during the Barack Obama administration. Right there. So I felt like we come to this wine and it's kind of like we're drinking presidential, like just call me Michelle. Yeah. You know, this is the one time when you want to be Michelle. Of course. Like if we were playing Destiny's Child, I wouldn't want to be Michelle. But if we're talking about the Obamas, I'll be Michelle. So Nalini's already started, but I wanted to go through a tasting, like mini tasting class before we actually start to taste wine. So are you guys up for that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. So the first thing you do when you taste wine, we are drinking, and his name is Michael, and you spell it like in a very Hawaiian way, M-I-K-A-E-L, and Segoy is his last name. So Michael Segoy, he's the winemaker for Kaena, where we're here in Los Olivos. And the first thing you want to do, we're drinking a Grenache. Not the same Grenache that he poured in the White House, but he's known for making Grenache. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hold your glass up. You want to find the best light as possible. So hold it up to the light. The number one thing that you're looking for is color and clarity. Your wine should always be clear. It should never be cloudy. It should never have anything floating around in it. And as white wine gets older, it gets darker. As red wine gets older, it gets lighter. So that's how you can tell the age of a wine. So this one is moderately aged. I think it's probably like a 2016, 2017, it's 2016 Grenache, right? If it were really light in color, I'd say that it was older. So yeah, so you want to look at the color. The next thing you want to do is you want to smell the wine. Go ahead, Alice. Smell the wine. Yeah, after you smell the wine, you want to swirl the wine. So let me see. Everyone swirls like a girl, and that's okay. Because women, we're fabulous, and we usually swirl in the air no matter what. However, the proper way to swirl is on a flat surface with the stem between your fingers. And you really want to get the wine moving around. Come on, Camille, you can do better than that. Oh, okay. Yes, there you go. Get it moving around. Oh, Alex, you're a pro. Somebody's down with the swirl.
Touche. Now I spend my weekend.
All right, so after you swirl the wine, you want to sip the wine. So everyone sip the wine. Hold the wine on your tongue for a little bit. Let the wine meet your tongue. Hello, wine. Hello, tongue. Where have you been all my life? Yes. Swish it around in your mouth. So at this point, you can either sip or you can swallow. So you can spit it out or you can swallow. It's your choice. I don't care what your preference is, if you like to spit or if you like to swallow. Me personally, I don't mind swallowing. I swallow.
I think we're all I feel like every woman has that choice.
Yeah, every woman has that choice. Team swallow, right?
Every woman has that choice.
Oh my God, it's a different show. All right, so you swallow the wine. After you swallow the wine, you want to notice if there's any lingering aftertaste or aromas. There is. Those lingering aftertaste or aromas, that's what you call the finish. So sometimes you'll say the wine had a long finish, it had a short finish, it had a beautiful finish. That's how long the wine lingers on your tongue and in the back of your throat after you swallow the wine. Now, just like a good man, a good wine will have a long and a beautiful finish.
This is a happy ending.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers and a happy endings. Happy endings.
Oh my gosh, we totally witnessed that.
Yes. Smell this all up.
Well, there is one more step. There's just one more step. So no, the last step, just like Alice. You want to be totally and completely judgmental. No, not that you're, I meant just like because you were making that judgment. But you want to be totally, completely judgmental and honest, right? And so you can start off with, I like the wine. I don't like the wine. And a good way to say I don't like the wine without being offensive, you can say it's just not my style, right? Mm-hmm. So you can say I like the wine, I don't like the wine. Or our favorite answer, I don't know. I need another try. And then that's it. After you go through those steps, you can just enjoy the wine and have a perfectly good time. Yes! You like it?
All day, every day.
Yes, it's delicious, right?
It's delicious.
I love it. I can see why they would pour these wines in the White House. It's like easy to drink. It seems like it would be good with food.
If you're not a wine connoisseur, it's
friendly.
It's friendly for everybody.
It's approachable.
Yeah. I can see myself sitting on my porch, spying on my neighbors.
Oh yes, me too. Or just hanging out with like really good girlfriends like this. I don't call it judging. I call it making up my own stories. Like gossiping and they don't know we're gossiping about them.
Exactly.
Like
people watching.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is a winner.
This is really good.
It is.
I like it a lot too. So what's next for tonight?
I don't know. What's up? What do where are we next?
I don't know. Maybe we should try to find out where the club is. No, we should definitely go to Starlos and Sons for the cupcakes.
We should.
Yeah.
Pairing.
Oh,
Yeah.
cupcakes and
Oh,
berries.
they do like a cupcake thing.
That sounds like a winner.
It trust me, it is.
I mean, we're gonna be tasting all day.
Okay, I mean for here.
Oh no, this is just this one.
Okay,
Just
and
this.
then you mentioned something about either visiting Iris next or you've already visited because since you're having the same clothes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Together.
we'll be like, it's been such a great day. How about somebody else say that so I don't seem like I'm just bragging on myself, like. And then we'll be like, yeah, wasn't Iris lovely? And then we'll talk about Iris.
We're all like,
So Iris is my favorite person on the planet.
Isn't she amazing? Oh my God, she's amazing. Like,
So amazing.
So amazing. And it's like she's done so much in her life. Like, I feel like every time I'm with her, I feel like an underachiever. Like, what am I doing with my life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just listening to her talk was just so inspirational.
It is. It's definitely inspirational. Like, the way her dogs love her, I love her. Like, 'cause they were so cute.
Following
They were,
her
like,
around.
Following her around. And, like,
And I mean, just listening to her speak about what she went through, it just gave me goosebumps.
And honestly, she's been through, like, when you think about it, she's been through history, you know? Like, 1936 to 2019. Like, she's seen a lot of changes.
and embarked on two totally different
Successful careers.
Successful careers, right.
Yeah.
Insurance and then winemaking.
And not only that, two careers where they don't have, like, women and black people as leaders, which is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I love her.
She's been a trailblazer in every industry she's been in.
I literally could have just stayed there and talked to her forever. Like, and she calls me her daughter. I'm like, I wish I were her daughter.
That, for me, that was the most touching part. Like, what she said is that she's passing the torch.
Right.
Yeah.
And it literally gave me goosebumps. And I, like, warmed my cold lizard heart. It did. I was like, oh my God.
I know. I literally thought I was gonna break down in tears when she was like just talking about that, and when she said that, I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of responsibility. Like, she's so big, but her footstep is so. She's only so tall and so big, but her footstep is like
Indelible.
yes, indelible. Like, that's a big word from the lawyer. After we've been drinking. I love it.
As an English major, I feel very low right now. I didn't use that word.
Indelible. I was like, okay, what she said.
Right. She's made an indelible mark on this world. So,
Yeah.
honestly, like, it's just phenomenal what she's been able to do with wine and selling it, and it's still successful.
And it's kind of like what you would think for me, and I don't need to get all mushy, but it's kind of like when you think about your life, like what you would want your life to be like, you know what I mean? I would want, after I'm long and gone, for people to still mention my name or mention an experience with me and be like, it was a good experience, or it changed my life, or it added value, you know? Yeah.
I think it's more like not what she's doing, but who she is as a person. Like when I met her, I was just drawn to her personality. She was so sweet and welcoming, and you have like the same persona, and I just feel like you can bring in more people around you when you're that way.
Oh, thank you, Alice. I like virtual hug.
I need to be like my mom.
I mean, honestly though, and I love that you said that, because honestly, like, when I get kind of teary-eyed, because I think about how I want my nephew to think about me, because he's 11 and kids are so honest, right? And if he said, and he does think this of me right now, right? Because he's 11, so he's not impressionable. He just thinks I'm the greatest. But he thinks that I'm so sweet, and he thinks that I'm so smart, and he's so proud of me, you know? But he's like the most innocent person, and I feel like that's how I want the world to see me, how this like 11-year-old sees me. And that's how I see like Iris, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's just so smart and she's so lovable, and I felt that from the moment I walked into her tasting room.
Yeah.
Like, she had this group of people around her, diverse people. She was talking to everybody like they were her cousins.
She's authentic.
Yeah.
There's nothing fake about her.
Authentic. That's the word.
Family-oriented.
Cheers.
People
I was going to say Southern values.
Southern.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I was saying cheers. Oh,
you gotta
here, you can just.
So I've got
We have a toast
Yes.
to this afternoon, this morning.
Right.
You guys, it's been amazing
girlfriends
already.
and-
Yes. Yes. Salud.
Sorry, I went straight to the wine. Salud.
No, it's good. It's good.
I could smell this all day. So
I like a candy would be good. I could just.
the bouquet on this is just so
Right.
sweet and amazing and complex and beautiful.
I'm gonna savor like every drop.
delicious. A little plate of cheese and crackers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and some jam.
On that
Jam. That wine
No,
jam.
on that
from her.
steak from last night, like a little bit more of that.
Ooh.
It was so good. You should have seen the steak. It was amazing.
Oh, the tomahawk.
It wasn't the
wasn't the tomahawk.
It was the
Porterhouse.
porterhouse.
Ooh,
Like
that-
3 inches tall.
No, I have
The
a picture of
marbling
it.
was a marbling just.
Yes.
It was amazing. It was
And we didn't have it. It wasn't even our steak.
Oh.
No, I flirted with the fellas that had it, and then she didn't.
Oh.
She was amazing. She was a G.
So,
I was like, how was it? You have to tell me. They're like, it's amazing.
Wait, she fed one of them.
Oh.
No, he fed me.
Oh, he fed you. Yeah, he did.
He fed it to me.
He
I
was
was like,
better.
he
He was such a flirt though. He was
He
cute
was a
though.
flirt. He was hugging everybody.
Yeah. Did you see him with the waitress just to gossip a
Oh, all
little
the
bit?
way. Well, he's there like all the time. He's like 5 days a week.
But he was like,
Oh, 5 days
well, he's
a
the
week.
farmer
No, he hugged me
that does
3
the veggies
times.
for the
what?
restaurant.
And was he getting his free fills when he hugged you?
what?
Did he get free fills when he hugged you?
Free feels? No.
Free fills, like.
No, I was
Extra?
very appreciative of the sharing, so I gave him a good.
No, he liked him.
I give him a squeeze.
Yeah, I gave him a little extra little.
A little extra.
Yeah.
Not a side one hug, but a 4.
Like a.
Mine were there.